Welcome, listeners, to another deep dive. Today, we're peeling back the layers on a really fascinating solution. It's targeting a vital, often overlooked segment of our economy.
Yeah, the blue-collar workforce, particularly in the energy sector.
Exactly. We've been immersed in a business plan and presentation for a company called the Energy Connection, and well, we're ready to share what we've found.
And what's truly compelling here, I think, is that we're not just dissecting, a standard tech venture.
Right.
This deep dive is really about understanding how one company aims to tackle these long-standing, deep-seated problems for literally millions of project-based workers.
But the companies that need them, too.
Absolutely, the
Yeah.
companies that desperately need their skills. So our mission is to sort of illuminate how they plan to revolutionize contract staffing.
Making it more efficient, more secure.
Yes, and doing it by cleverly connecting artificial intelligence, portable benefits, and a real laser focus on a specific industry.
Yeah, exactly. So if you've ever wondered about the immense challenges faced by skilled trade workers or, how technology could genuinely streamline what has traditionally been a pretty clunky, complex hiring process,
Then this deep dive is definitely for you.
let's unpack this.
Hmm.
Okay, first, let's zero in on the core pain points that the Energy Connection is trying to solve. What's the fundamental issue, the real problem in this sector that makes their solution so essential?
Well, our sources point to two critical interconnected problems. On one side, you have companies and their recruiters spending just an incredible amount of time.
How much time are we talking?
The figure cited is 80% of their efforts, just
Yep.
trying to find the right candidate for these short-term project-based roles.
Right.
And these can range, from a few days to a few years, though the sources say most are typically in that 4 to 6 month bracket.
So that's not just wasted time, it's a real drag on getting projects staffed.
It's a massive bottleneck. It stifles the agility you need in a project-driven industry. It prevents companies from seizing opportunities quickly.
Okay, so a huge operational drag for the companies. But what about the impact on the workers themselves? What's their experience like?
Yeah, that brings up the other critical piece, the job security and stability for these contractors.
Or lack thereof, I imagine.
Exactly. The sources clearly articulate that these project-based workers face profound job insecurity and, crucially, a lack of portable health insurance.
That's huge.
It is. For 75% or more of these individuals, health insurance is either unaffordable or it's unstable. It disappears between gigs.
Wow. Imagine the constant stress of just lining up the next project, knowing your health coverage might vanish.
Yeah, it underscores the immense pressure these workers are under, constantly transitioning, benefits dropping off.
That sounds like a really profound challenge for the workforce.
Yeah.
And it seems like there isn't really, well, there's no dedicated platform doing this specific thing.
Precisely. There's a glaring void. No dedicated platform that specializes in project-based blue-collar staffing and truly integrates benefits. And this leads to persistent sort of niche talent gaps in these high-demand roles. We're talking pipeline inspectors, wind techs, pipe fitters, boiler makers.
NDE technicians.
Yeah, non-destructive examination, super critical for safety and quality and infrastructure. Also, rig welders, operators, survey technicians.
These are essential skills.
Absolutely essential. And finding them efficiently is a major headache for companies.
Okay, so we've got stressed contractors trying to navigate this uncertain benefits landscape and frustrated recruiters struggling to find specialized talent quickly.
Right.
This is where the Energy Connection steps in. So how do they propose to solve these pretty deep-seated pain points?
Well, their solution is multifaceted. It's built around an AI-powered platform and a really unique approach to worker benefits.
Okay, tell me about the AI first.
So they leverage an AI matching engine. It instantly connects recruiters with pre-vetted job seekers based on, location, skills, availability.
Yeah.
Well, the engine can scan hundreds of thousands of job seekers per minute, apparently, identifying the best matches, and this is key, reducing hiring costs by 80%.
80% reduction in cost. That's significant.
It is, and maybe even more impactful is the stat from their pilot about hiring time.
Oh, yeah. What did they find?
They cut it from the industry average of 18.7 days
Yep.
down to just 2.1 days.
Wow, 18.7 down to 2.1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fundamental reshaping of how quickly companies can mobilize talent.
That's a remarkable efficiency gain. Speed is absolutely everything in these project-based roles. But, does that speed hold up if a company needs a really specialized, rare skill? Is there a trade-off maybe between speed and the precision of the match?
That's a fair question. The sources emphasize the pre-vetted aspect
Okay.
and the AI's ability to learn from contractor behavior and skill sets. Their system is designed to understand specific certifications, specific availability windows like Open May Aug 2025,
Huh.
which suggests the precision actually improves with speed because the AI is doing the heavy lifting, sifting through tons of specific data that a human recruiter might miss or just take days to process.
I see. That makes sense.
And then we get to that critical issue of health insurance.
Right, the benefits piece.
Yeah.
That was a key differentiator. How so?
They offer portable health insurance
Mm.
through group plans with a low administrative fee, just $10–20 per user per month.
So the insurance actually travels with the worker from job to job.
Exactly. It moves with them across projects, solving what the sources say is their #1 concern.
Peace of mind.
Totally. Peace of mind that's historically been missing for this kind of transient workforce. They even offer little incentives, like a first month free if you sign up quickly or a $20 gear credit.
Smart ways to encourage adoption.
Yeah, clever nudges.
That's a huge game changer for a workforce that's constantly on the move. And sounds like they're building more than just a job board then.
Exactly. It's not just matching and benefits, they're creating an entire ecosystem.
An ecosystem. What does that include?
Things like member classifieds for selling tools, gear, vehicles, RVs, stuff workers need or want to offload between jobs.
Oh, interesting.
Plus advertising opportunities, e-commerce store add-ons, it's all designed to keep users engaged and provide value, even when they're not actively looking for the next gig. It fosters a sense of community.
All right, keep them on the platform.
So if you were to boil all this down, what's their unique value proposition? Why do they think they'll win here?
They really emphasize their industry-specific focus. Their whole message is, by energy workers for energy workers.
Deeply curated.
Yes, deeply curated for niches in oil, gas, renewables. This gives them what they call sticky monetization.
Meaning?
Recruiters pay premiums like $500 to $1,000 a month. Job seekers get free access to the platform, but can opt in for those affordable benefits.
So the value is clear for both sides.
Right.
Why?
Plus, as we discussed, that AI learns from contractor behavior, skills,
Yeah.
creating what they call data moats.
Data moats.
Right.
Defenses. Exactly. It's a self-reinforcing system that just gets stronger and stickier with every user, making it incredibly hard for competitors to replicate. They're the only ones bundling the health insurance with the job matching.
And filtering by specific availability.
And filtering by those crucial specific availability windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this certainly sounds like a powerful, well-thought-out solution. But how big is the problem they're actually tackling? What's the market opportunity look like?
Oh, the market is truly massive and, frankly, ripe for disruption.
How massive?
The sources describe it as a $200 billion plus blue-collar energy labor market just in the U.S.
$200 billion. Wow.
Yeah. And crucially, with no dominant digital platform, this isn't just a big number. It represents this huge segment of the economy operating with, let's be honest, pretty outdated methods.
Right, ready for a digital transformation.
Exactly. One that could unlock massive efficiencies and, importantly, worker stability. Globally, they mention nearly 7 million contract jobs in energy, over 2.1 million in the U.S. alone.
And it's not just traditional oil and gas, is it?
Correct. While their primary market is definitely oil, gas, and renewables, that's where the 2 million job seekers and 5,000 recruiters are concentrated.
Okay.
They also highlight significant adjacent markets. Think mining, construction, maritime and logistics, even disaster response.
All industries with similar project-based workforces.
Exactly. Similar transient workforces facing very comparable challenges. It makes their model potentially highly transferable.
So considering all this, the big market, the clear need, why is now the right moment for a solution like this to really take hold?
Well, timing is everything, isn't it? And the stars seem to be aligning here.
That's so.
There's a definite rising demand for benefits portability among workers. They want that stability. And on the other side, companies are increasingly looking for AI-enabled hiring solutions to cut costs and speed things up.
Makes sense.
Plus, there's just a broader ongoing shift towards project-based work across all these industries. It's becoming more common.
So the need is growing.
The need is growing. With over 1 million U.S. energy job seekers across 15-plus trades and over 10,000 recruiting firms just in the energy sector, the demand for this kind of efficient, comprehensive platform is substantial. and getting bigger.
Okay, given this enormous opportunity, how does this all translate into an actual business model? And importantly, are they seeing tangible results already? Are they proving it works?
Yeah, the business model seems solid. It's built on multiple recurring revenue streams, which investors always like to see.
Right, stability.
Exactly. The biggest chunk is expected from recruiter subscriptions. They project that at $3.5 million in 18 months, priced at that $500 per recruiter per month range.
Okay.
Then there's the health insurance administration fee, that $10-20 per user per month, projected at $1 million.
Right, small fee but scales with users.
Precisely. And then the classifieds and ads are expected to contribute another $500,000. So that totals up to a projected $5 million in revenue within 18 months.
5 million in 18 months is that's a significant projection. What kind of traction are they actually seeing on the ground to back that up?
Well, their pilot success is quite compelling. They've apparently already placed over 15,000 contractors.
15,000. Okay.
And we already mentioned that remarkable reduction in hire time, right? 18.7 days down to 2.1, based on that pilot with 7 Texas drilling companies just earlier this year, Q1 2024.
Yeah, that's impressive.
But what's maybe even more remarkable from a growth perspective is their viral coefficient.
Viral coefficient, meaning
For every person who signs up, they're organically bringing in almost 2 more 1.8 referrals, the source says, through their referral program.
wow, so every user brings in nearly 2 new users?
Yeah. That's not just growth. It's like a self-fueling recruitment engine built right into their model.
That kind of organic growth is a huge advantage.
Yes.
Super efficient. But okay, they have aggressive KPIs, right? You mentioned 500,000 contractors and 700 recruiters in 18 months. What are the biggest hurdles they might face in actually scaling their marketing and sales to hit those numbers? That seems like a big jump.
It is a big jump. That's a crucial question. The sources suggest their user acquisition strategy is highly cost-effective, which helps mitigate some of that risk.
How are they reaching people?
For the job seekers, they're using targeted social media, industry partnerships, and what they call guerrilla marketing tactics.
Guerrilla marketing, like what?
Gear giveaways, sponsoring and participating in over 50 events, things like golf tournaments, skeet shoots, fishing tournaments, places where these workers actually gather.
Reaching them where they are.
Exactly. And they note that these events and the referrals drive the highest quality users. For recruiters, it's more direct sales at trade shows, like the big offshore tech conference, LinkedIn outreach, and offering freemium trials.
Okay. And it's working cost effectively.
Apparently so. Their current cost per contractor acquired is just $3, which is significantly lower than some competitors, suggesting their strategy is actually pretty efficient for scaling, even if the targets are ambitious.
All right, we've covered the problem, their innovative solution, the market, the traction. Now let's talk competition. In what feels like a pretty crowded job market space, what makes the Energy Connection truly different? Why do they believe they have a lasting competitive advantage?
Yeah, that's key. And when we connect this to the broader labor marketplace, their sources provide a really clear head-to-head comparison. They look at competitors like LinkedIn, RigUp, Indeed, ZipRecruiter.
The big names.
The big names, yeah. And the core insight, according to Tech, is that these larger, more generic platforms have significant blue-collar blind spots and definite energy industry gaps.
They just aren't built for this world.
Pretty much. They aren't built for this specific kind of dynamic, project-based work.
Can you give us some specific examples of those gaps? How do they fall short?
Absolutely. Take LinkedIn, for instance. It has basically no project-based tools. Its algorithm fundamentally favors white-collar roles, right? So adoption by hourly workers is low.
Yeah, I'd see that.
It can't filter by project length or those crucial equipment certifications we talked about. Indeed, while their pay-per-click model can end up wasting recruiter budgets with tons of unqualified, easy-apply leads.
Right. Volume over quality sometimes.
Exactly. And they don't really have event marketing or specific solutions for transient workforces. ZipRecruiter, their resume database often lacks the specific field experience tags needed or any kind of health insurance integration.
Okay, so the generics are too broad. What about RigUp? You mentioned them as a closer competitor focusing on energy gigs.
Right. RigUp, which is now WorkRise, actually is probably their closest competitor, but according to the Energy Connections sources, RigUp has what they call a fatal flaw.
Fatal flaw. Strong words. What is it?
No bundled benefits, which means contractors often leave the platform, they churn after a gig ends because there's no reason to stick around for insurance.
Ah, the stickiness factor.
Exactly. Plus, RigUp apparently takes a percentage of the worker's pay, which is, unsurprisingly, pretty unpopular with the contractors themselves.
Okay, so the big players are too broad. The niche players miss key elements like benefits. What are the Energy Connection's specific moats then? What gives them that long-term defensibility?
Their defensibility seems built on several powerful moats, as they put it. First is data network effects.
Okay, explain that.
As more workers and recruiters join and use the platform, updating availability, certifications, job history, their AI gets smarter. Its matches become more precise, more valuable.
So the platform gets better, the bigger it gets.
Exactly. It creates this exponential learning curve, this protective barrier. It makes it incredibly difficult for rivals to catch up without years of similar data collection. Second is benefit stickiness.
Right, the insurance keeps people there.
Precisely. Contractors stay for the insurance. They cite a churn rate of less than 5%.
Less than 5%. What's typical?
The industry average is apparently around 30%, so that's a massive difference in retention. Huge difference. Okay, what else?
Third, industry partnerships. Getting exclusive gear discounts like 15% off Grainger as mentioned, and securing favorable insurance rates through group buying power. That's hard for others to replicate quickly.
Creates tangible value for users.
Yep. And finally, there are cost advantages in user acquisition. We mentioned that $3 cost per contractor.
Yeah, compared to RigUp's $50 plus.
Right. That massive difference comes from their smart guerrilla marketing approach, and it gives them a huge financial edge in scaling.
Okay, those sound like pretty strong defenses. So with that traction and competitive edge, what's the vision for the future? How do they plan to grow this thing, and what's the financial picture look like down the road?
Well, their product roadmap seems ambitious, but also clearly phased, which suggests strategic thinking.
Okay.
Right now, phase one is focus. Energy niches nailing the health benefits. Within 12 months, they plan to expand into mining and construction.
Those adjacent markets we discussed.
Exactly. Industries with similar workforce challenges where the model should be highly transferable. They also plan to add training and certification partnerships in that time frame.
Okay, phase two. What about longer term?
Looking out 24 months and beyond, the goal is global rollout, starting with Canada and the Middle East initially, and they're potentially looking at introducing payroll services for job seekers too.
Interesting. So starting strong, expanding strategically into these high-synergy markets, then going global. What about the financials? And, are there risks to these projections?
They project pretty robust financials that $5 million in revenue is their base case within 18 months.
Base case. Is there an upside?
Yeah, their best case scenario goes up to $10.7 million in the same time frame. They anticipate breaking even somewhere between month 8 and month 12.
Pretty quick break even.
Yeah, and a key metric that really stands out is their recruiter lifetime value to customer acquisition cost ratio, LTV/CAC.
LTV/CAC.
What is it?
An impressive 15x.
15 times. So for every dollar they spend getting a recruiter, they project getting $15 back over that recruiter's life cycle with the platform.
Okay, that's a very healthy ratio.
It is. And while, all startups face execution risk, can they actually deliver on this plan? That strong LTV/CAC suggests a really sustainable and potentially highly profitable acquisition model, which definitely mitigates some of that risk.
Makes sense. And what are they looking for right now to fuel this impressive growth plan?
They're currently seeking a $500,000 seed round.
$500,000. And how will they use it?
The funds are very specifically earmarked. $200 for enhancing the AI platform, $100K for strengthening those insurance partnerships, $150K for marketing and events scaling that guerrilla approach, and $50 for hiring key sales and support staff.
Seems focused. And what are they offering investors in return?
They're offering 15% equity for that seed round.
Okay. And the potential return for those investors? What's the exit strategy look like?
They project a substantial return on investment somewhere between 14x and 22x at exit.
14 to 22 times.
Yeah. They envision an acquisition within 3 to 5 years by one of the major players, think LinkedIn, Indeed, maybe Workrise itself, at a potential valuation of $70 million to $113 million.
Okay.
And their core pitch for why someone should invest now rests on that massive $200 billion market with no clear leader, their recurring revenue model combined with that viral job seeker acquisition.
The AI and benefit lock-in.
Exactly. The AI-driven and benefit-anchored lock-in, and what looks like a pretty clear path to a potentially lucrative acquisition.
We've really covered a lot today, from the profound challenges facing blue-collar energy workers to this really innovative solution using AI and portable benefits.
Yeah.
It really gives you a sense of how a deep, deep understanding of a specific industry's pain points, combined with smart tech, can create a powerful, defensible, and potentially incredibly impactful business.
Absolutely. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, what's truly compelling here, I think, is how the energy connection isn't just about filling jobs faster.
Right, it's more than that.
It's about providing stability and